Hi everybody, I'm Malcolm and I want to be a YouTuber, and here I am taking you on my journey with me all the way to see how we can get there. You know, I know a lot of us are in the same boat, so I'd be interested to hear your views as well. So today what I want to talk about is the people that are kind of inspiring me at the moment on YouTube. People that I think, if you don't know who they are, I think it's good to just quickly do a quick run through of people who may help you on your journey as well if you watch them. So I'm a big believer that with YouTube, you've got to learn from people who've done it already, right? I mean, that's important because they've been through the process. A lot of them don't take on the process like I'm taking on the process, but I think it's important that we're constantly learning. So I'm learning, reading books, watching stuff, and learning from people. So I think it's important. And then you can obviously apply it to your own situation. So I want to run through a few of the guys. So the first one I want to talk about, right at the top of the tree for me, is Gary Vee. His name is Gary Vaynerchuk, but Gary Vee, he's like an entrepreneur, worked in his dad's wine business, in New York, built it up for his dad, made millions for his dad. Then he started out, struck out on his own, got a media company. And then, but a lot of the stuff he does now is very much public speaking, putting stuff on YouTube on a daily basis. I mean, this guy's prolific. Let me tell you something. He's like Netflix. He's like a Netflix of YouTube and just information. And what I mean by that is that you could be watching him for a year, maybe even 2 years, and you won't get through all of the material he's putting out. This guy's putting out stuff every day, at least two, three bits of content. So he's quite, inspirational, quite powerful guy. I'd love to meet him one day, hopefully. So he's a great guy. So he's definitely someone you should have a look at. Gary Vee. He's right at the top of the guy who's done it, made it. Doesn't need to do what he's doing. He's multi-millionaire, but he's trying to help others all the time. And he's just an energetic guy. Guy bounces off the walls. He's awesome. So the next guy for me, kind of on the kind of YouTube level, so not kind of an icon, but someone a bit lower down, is Tim Schmoyer. He's got video creators, and for me, he's like a guy who's certified by YouTube. So he's a big creator on YouTube, and he's very much a guy who's a kind of like a sage of YouTube. He seems like a really nice guy. For me, he reminds me of someone like a VP, a vice president at a company who's very approachable, got an open door. Nice guy. So he's got 7 kids, which is crazy. And I imagine he's doing great with that. Good Christian family and all this stuff. So he's doing his thing, but he is always inspiring, always trying to help, always very informative. So he does lots of things where he does like personal consultation. His team does some as well. But he's a good guy. He's really good for learning just lots and lots and lots of information. He's been on YouTube for years now, I think 7 years. So he's a guy definitely to learn just all the tidbits, and just he's really just honest and clear with him and his friends about what you can really learn. So he's a guy to definitely look at. And one of the guys he's had on his show a few times is Evan Carmichael. Now he's another guy who's a massive YouTuber, but very much on the inspirational side of things. He does a thing where the top 10 of Oprah or whoever, of some of the big leaders, Elon Musk or whoever it is, I'll definitely watch him because it's inspirational. It gives you, a feeling that you can do anything. And it's great stuff. He's written books, he's done some stuff, but he's a very friendly, nice guy. So he's more of a guy like a VP who you'd want to have a drink with, right? He's this guy who is just so nice and just, he's interested in people. So I think he's another one to definitely look at. Think about Tim Schmoyer, he's open door, but I think obviously with a lot of kids, probably going for a drink may or may not happen if you're local. But Evan Carmichael is definitely a guy to have a look at. I'll put all the links below, by the way. The next guy is a guy called Sean Cannell. He's a great guy as well, a big user, but he's very bouncy. He's like one of these guys who bounce off the wall. You want at a party. And he's again another guy who gives lots of information about how you can build your YouTube channel. And he's got lots of personal consultations and things like that as well. So Sean Cannell, another good guy. Said he lives in Vegas, so that's where he is. And then a couple of the other guys kind of low down, more like your kind of peer level, people who are like your level with the management, like middle management or whatever, but they have been there and done it. They've done it all. And, you know, they are people of reputation, people you want to go to for advice. So the first one is a guy called Nick Nimmin. He's a good guy. He reminds me so much of my best friend, just the way he is, his whole demeanor. He's not like bouncing and smiling and the rest of it, but he's very informative and very clear in his instruction. And he's been doing it for a long time as well. So Nick Nimmin is another good guy to have a look at. And the final one I want to talk about is Catherine Manning. So Catherine Manning, she's very honest, very clear about, you know, everything that's going on, you know, people who've been hating on her or how she got to where she was. You know, it took her a year and a half to get monetized, she said, and just finding her niche, because she's doing lots of stuff on various items like Pinterest and all the rest of it. But then she focused on YouTube, self-help. So, you know, these are people, all of them, which have helped me, you know, looking at them, seeing what they're doing, and also just learning from the mistakes they made and also the things that I can learn to help me along this journey. Now, I've only just started the journey. You know, as I've said, you know, many times before, you know, I started my YouTube channel April 24th, you know, 1st of May was my first video. So, you know, once I write this and do this video, it's the 31st. So I've literally been doing it a month. So for you, let me know who inspires you. Let everybody know who inspires you by writing it on the details below. It'd be great to hear from you, and I'll speak to you next time. Thanks a lot, and bye-bye.